Hey everyone, welcome back to Spoon FPV. This is part 2 in the mini-series of how to set up how to get more features out of your Betaflight OSD. So you can check out, one, I'll link it in up here, and that's how to set up the TBS, and this one's going to be on how to set up the Tramp. So before we get into it, let's show you what it does if you haven't seen my other video. So I'm going to enter by throttle up, yaw left, push forward. Make sure we can see all that. Yes, we can. I'm going to go up to features here, drive it into features, the VTX SA, which is smart audio, which is TBS, and this one's a Tramp, so VTX Tramp is what we have hooked up. So that's my band, that's my frequency, so I can change bands and see how it shows me what channel it's on in the bottom there. So I'm currently on Bosch Cam C2, but if I change channels here, so I can change this, I can change my VTX power to. So the Tramp offers 25, 100, 200, 400, and 600. And then we can hit set, and you'll see that this, it's going to say confirm yes. So now I'm going to change channels in my goggles here so that we can see it again. So now I'm on 5905 in my goggles. That's not what I fly, so I'm going to actually set it back to I'm going to set it back to channel 2. I'm going to hit set, yes. So you can see how easy that is to change channels inside of your goggles and everything, your transmit power, everything. So it makes it a heck of a lot easier and a heck of a lot less ambiguous. So now the only thing is to show you how to set it up inside of Betaflight. So let's get into that. All right, so this is a demonstrator that I've built for one of my upcoming videos that's going to be all about how to hook up this board completely. But this is how you should hook up the Tramp. One thing I want to note on this is that they give you this extra audio line, and this is, or the extra ground line, and this is the audio line, and I've connected them together to ground it. That doesn't hurt anything. What it does is it narrows. So it's for flying with friends. So like, let's say you're on 5, whatever channel it is, this is how wide the channel is for the video, and then this is how wide the channel is for video plus audio. So by grounding the audio, you're cutting it back from this wide to this wide. Now, I don't know. I think manufacturers are probably getting smarter, and they notice if the audio is open and probably don't even transmit on it. So maybe this is even a backwards thing from too old, but I'm old school, and that's the way that I've done it, because that's how Alex Greaves said to do it. And you know, if he's the dude that makes the antennas, the Durspec and everything else, and he's the man, and if he says to do it, F it, I'm gonna do it. I'm not even gonna look it up, I'm gonna do it. So anyway, this is how sorry, excuse me. So this is how you hook up the Tramp. There is to the Betaflight F3 board. So power and ground, there's power up here, ground up here, and this is the video outline. So power, ground, video out, video in. Let me grab another board. So I'm going to hold one right next to this so that we can see it a little more clearly. So we're going to grab ground from here, power from here. The video out is going to go here, so this is the video out to the Tramp, and then we're going to hook the white line, which is the T line, to our TX3 on UART3. So we're going to go around here to UART3 underneath all these wires here, and that's how that's going to be hooked in. And for more information on how to do all the rest of this, tune in later for one of my other videos. And another thing is, there is a jumper here. This right here is your VTX power. You can either select 5 volts, which is good for the TBS Unify, or you can select raw, which is good for the TBS Tramp or the Unify high volt. So we have, and it's important that you grab your power from your VTX from specifically this pin, because if you grab 5 volts from one of these other pins, you're going to be trying to pull 600 milliamps through your USB when you plug in, and your transmitter is going to be plugged in, powered on when you plug up your USB, and you don't want that. So you want to grab the power from this one for your VTX. So more to come on that, but you know, this is kind of a less. So let's look at what it looks like under the hood. Alright, so let's get into how to set it up. So we'll plug the board in here. It's going to connect. And this one's the one that I was just using, so it's already actually set up. But under the ports tab, we're going to go to, I hooked it up to UART 3, and just see here I have it set as to IRC Tramp for peripherals. That's what you do, and like in my last video, if you want to use TBS Smart Audio, and the wiring's almost exactly the same. So save and reboot, and then it is set up to do it. It is so easy, and you know that's why I like the Betaflight OSD boards, because like all the features that are offered, the PID tuning, everything else. So you know, for those of you that have just found my channel, you know, thanks for watching, and for those that watch my videos, you know, thanks again. I'm going to put a subscribe link up in the corner for those of you that aren't subscribed, and some other videos down the side. And remember, FPV knowledge can come from a fork, but a spoon's better. Have a good one.